I've been the nice guy, and it didn't work.
And I stopped
I've been the bad boy, and it didn't work.
Right.
But of the two, the bad boy always works a little more.
So women are attracted. Are women attracted to toxicity?
Young women. Because you gravitate toward what smells familiar, and if you come from a household where machismo and all that is around you, you unconsciously feel safe in that.
Yeah. And that's what then you learn from peers too, because you watch your boys, you go, man, he's hit, man, he's a. So I think I'm gonna do that, because high school happened to me. I was the nice guy, man. I was like, get her flowers. My mother's like, that's good. I did all that, and I got doodled on, and I was like, that will never happen to me again. Man, we gotta. I think that's happened to all. That might be the origin story of our toxic masculinity. I was the poem writing, flowers in the locker.
To me or not to me.
And then when I saw her go for the bad boy, I was like, these flowers. And it worked, right? And I was like, I would never be heartbroken again. I never want to feel that. And it hurts. And you know, man, we can't take that. Right? Yeah. I'm glad I thank you for that, because I think we just,
This clip reminded me of that clip we found with Tupac. I think it was in that documentary where he, you know, Tupac was like a dancer, a theater kid type person, right? And he was they were interviewing up against a locker, and they were like
18 years old.
Yeah, he was like, it was this young lady I liked, but she was going for this bad boy, so I was like, I'm gonna be the bad, you know, like it was the sentiment was, I'm gonna be the bad boy because the bad boy seemed to be winning. Do you think that's the reason why guys are kind of start to trend to be not the right guy, because when you are the good guy, you see so many bad guys get chosen over you that you see them as the goal. You have to be that bad guy. So by the time when women are over the bad guy and they want the good guy, all the good guys have become bad guys.
Or married.
Or they got snatched up early. So what do you think about what they realized on the show?
I think that, and let me make sure I'm saying this properly. I think that the good guy has been depicted to always be weak. And we know that women want men to be protectors and strong. And lead. And the illusion is that the bad guy has the strength, power, and control. So who's going to protect me better? Who's going to be there for me better? Who can I maybe submit to, right? And then now you have to play that out in real time. You know what I'm saying? So now you got the bad guy, and this is the guy going to be in there for the long run.
What's the ironic thing is, you want protection. You think the bad guy is going to protect you, but the bad guy puts you in more dangerous situations than you would have been in without him. When the true strength is the self-control to not be the bad guy in the first place. That's the true strength. Now, there are some guys that do suffer from, you know, lack of self-confidence, and they are weak as far as their confidence in themselves are weak. But a lot of that stems from just the data that they see in the world where I don't win, they win. You know what I mean? So it either causes, I felt this way. It causes you to either emulate what the guys that are winning do, or it causes you to go inward and feel even smaller than you would have been. So that's not the young lady's fault necessarily, but it's a reality that guys are watching. They when you start becoming interested in girls, you're looking to see what works and what doesn't work. Unfortunately, early on, being the good guy does not seem to work.
But I think it takes the maturity for the women to say, like, I don't want no dude that's gonna put me in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no dude. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think there's mature women that, like the lady said in the screen, she was like, that's young women. That's young women.
But unfortunately, you developed your character young. So a guy watching that is gonna develop his worldview at that age, and it's going to dictate the way he's going to live the rest of his life.
But I think there is, and it goes back to our previous conversation. It goes back to that, like, but there's some women out there. I think what it is I'll be honest with you. I think the good guys just want the bad girls, but the bad girls want, or not the bad girls, but like the bad girls or the curiosity girls are like, oh, I wonder how that is to mess with him. You know what I mean? Versus somebody like somebody that you walk to school with every day, and that's your girlfriend or that's your friend, and y'all know each other, and she like, oh, that's just like my brother. You know what I mean?
I think it goes both ways. There are young ladies who always had eyes for the good guy. There are some guys who always had eyes for the good girl.
Yeah.
I think, but just overall, what I guess anecdotally, I don't know if this is true, but anecdotally, it seems like most of the time the women went for the bad guy. I don't know if most of the time guys went for the bad girl. I don't know if that's and young ladies, you correct me. I don't know if that's what you're seeing. Is that what you guys are noticing at high school, college age, that most guys are going for the bad girl and you're being overlooked?
Do you think it's a complex of trying to get something that you can't really truly have?
That's good. That's good.
Is it from the guy's side?
Both sides, like for real. And because for the girl to the guy, like because some women think of like certain guys as projects. I can make him good, or I can love the pain out of him. You know what I'm saying? So with the girls to the guys, it might be some of that, and maybe with the guys to certain girls, it's like she's the fantasy girl, or she's the girl that you might have been lusting over.
Is the fantasy based on her being bad or good, or just looks?
Well, maybe there's an edge to what she brings.
Yeah.
So she becomes more appealing.
Excitement, yeah.
Versus some, what I'm saying? Maybe that's it too. But I think that also I think ultimately it does depend on knowing yourself and maturing. Yeah. Because you do get to a place where it's like, oh, I already know what that's gonna come with. Yeah. Or I already know what this is gonna come with.
But I think I would say that's the reason why you can't hold grudges, men, because that mentality is I'm gonna say it's an immature mentality, because it's like I'm gonna go bad because they want bad, and it's like, no, you don't have to go bad because they want bad. It's you as a man gonna go, well, they want that, then I'm gonna find a woman that want me. You know what I mean? Like that want me for me. And I think right now, even like I think about like different things that people like, or different things like years ago, people used to probably like clown the person if they like anime, right? Now if you go to Comic-Con, there's women there that like the nerdy guy. There's
somebody for everybody.
Yeah. So I think and maybe because Nick Cannon, Neo, Godfrey are older like us, whereas like back in the day, if you were the nice guy, you got like clown, and that just hurt you, and then that you kept seeing it for years. But I just think now is that, to me, that story is not an excuse now, because there's somebody that likes something that you like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
maybe it's a trauma response too.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
I remember being young, having conversations with friends or whatever, and like if you were hurt, even myself, when you're hurt, it's like now you want to just put the dark cloak on and just let your pain out any your way. Yeah. I mean, obviously that's before you mature, understand who you are. But there's even grown people that when they break up or they have a bad situation and they're hurt, like they're gonna go from that relationship and then just date a multitude of people just to get it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I would say some guys take the I'm gonna copy the bad guy route.
Yeah.
But other guys go inward and become more quiet and become more to themselves and become socially more probably lame or whatever to you, right? And I just want to point that out, because there's a lot of guys that you may be writing off because they're not flashy and confident and walk in a room and control it, because they may have been hurt from something back in the day. Yeah. So I would just say there's still value in those guys. They have to overcome that, and they have to work that out and regain their confidence. But I wouldn't throw away the guy who followed the bad guy model. Yeah. I wouldn't throw out the quiet guy either.
I want to say something. Ruslan said, at the end of the day, women just want to be loved. Sometimes good guys ain't showing up to love women.
But that goes back to the confidence thing. What you may be seeing is the result of a wound from when they were younger, where they realized I'm not the kind of guy who would deserve or receive the attention from that kind of girl.
Yeah.
So they go inward, and now they don't have confidence to say, oh, this is a pretty young lady. I'm going to go talk to her because I see value in her. I see God in her, and I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and approach her and be willing to be rejected.
Yeah.
They've lost that confidence.
Oh, yeah, rejection is a big thing for that guy. That guy, and I know that guy for a fact.
Yeah.
That rejection
is not worth it.
Yeah, that rejection got him duct taped in his room.
Yeah. So just so you understand the mentality of some men go extremely bad guys. Some men go extremely the opposite direction. And the lack of confidence and the lack of stepping up and the lack of I just want somebody to love me feeling you may be seeing is probably a result of a wound that they need to. I'm not saying you don't fix that. They need to fix that. But that's what you're seeing, I believe, from a lot of the guys.